So how good do you want the animation and the visual quality to be? Studio GoHands. Yes. Yes. Basically sums up how goddamn good this looks because it is absolutely god tier. And I have to say that I was actually looking forward to this anime very much. Now, I've not read the source material and I've not really looked up a whole lot of things about this. I just thought that it looks cool and it definitely blew my expectations out of the water and absolutely blew my mind. And I'm just gonna say it, this is my favorite anime of the season so far. Which is really saying something because the girl I like forgot her glasses. I was saying and thinking that it's going to be my #1 favorite anime of the season, which it's really good, but the Masterful cat is depressed again today. I think just edges it out by a little bit. So the first 3-4 minutes of the anime might seem a little boring, and honestly, I could understand that because it's just a lot of scenes and shots of the city, and you see our main character just, I think for like, what, 20 seconds or something like that? But I really feel the beginning of the anime was just Studio GoHands. Yes, it's made by GoHands, and I will tell you, you can definitely tell it is. It's just them showing off their quality and their skills on it because it is just absolutely beautiful. The attention to detail on literally everything, even the buildings, is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, for instance, in this scene, you see a bunch of these cars driving on the street, and you can actually see the reflections on the building, which maybe this is seen a lot in other anime, but I will say that the detail and how well it is animated, and even with the reflection, it is animated pretty well. Not like 100% one-to-one, but you can clearly make out which car is driving through, and it's pretty dang clear as well. Also, yes, the weird camera angles is definitely here. I complained about it in The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. Not really a super huge fan of it in this anime either. Honestly, because I read The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, I kind of knew what to expect from it. I'm not really as, I don't want to say hateful or like upset, but I'm not really thinking it's too big of a deal in this anime adaptation because I've not read the source material at all. I'm assuming the manga or light novel doesn't have any of these type of shots. Maybe it does, but I feel like it's just, again, Studio GoHands doing their own thing, going all out on it, and trying to be different in a sense. And as weird as it can be, you can't tell me that it's not impressive. So not only does the world look absolutely beautiful and detailed, but the character designs are really sharp as well. That's the first word that came to me when I first saw the characters. And speaking about the characters, our main character, Fukuzawa Saku, I believe is how you pronounce her name, she's a little bit different from what I originally expected, and I don't mean that in a bad way or a negative way. I'm just gonna say it, she is really cute, especially when she's at work, and she wears these glasses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit down bad, okay? Alright, you know, you can make fun of me, because if you go on my anime list and you look at the poster for it, or the image of it, I assume from first glance that she's more in her late 20s to early 30s. Kind of like Kobayashi in a sense. Now, I don't know how old exactly Kobayashi is. I kind of forget. I think she is in her later 20s, where our MC, I don't know the age of her, but she looks like she's younger 20s, like 20, 21, especially how she acts. She does seem a little bit younger, and it seems like she just started getting used to working because all her complaining, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not hating on her for complaining. Who really wants to go to work every freaking day? Well, I should say not every day, but 5 days a week. And I'm not trying to be negative or insulting about Japan, but I know work in Japan is a lot of overtime. Well, I could honestly understand why people would complain about work, especially when they have to work overtime. So in no way am I really hating on her for complaining about work, but it doesn't seem like she has fully gotten used to working 5-6 days a week. Possibly best girl of the season. I'm just gonna say it outright. The cat, Yukichi, I probably pronounced that terribly wrong. Like I said, I am terrible with names. I apologize. I love him as well, or her. I'm guessing it's a male, especially of the inner monologue he does have, which I was kind of like thinking it's either going to be a guy with a deep voice or a woman with a deeper voice, and it turns out to be a guy. I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter to me, but yeah, I was really like wondering what they're going to sound like. And also, they don't actually talk, which I'm a little bit confused about to a certain extent. They do, like I said, have an inner monologue, and I'm assuming it's an inner monologue and not just the narrator from how the subtitles are, because they don't say say, oh, the cat, or they say I'm, something along those lines, where it just makes me assume that it's their inner monologue. So I'm not really sure if the cat is ever going to talk, if it can talk or not, but they can at least think in their mind and have a voice in their mind. And the relationship between Yukichi and Fukuzawa is absolutely great, because Yukichi literally takes care of her 100%. I don't think Fukuzawa could really get by too easily without Yukichi, and I might be wrong, but I don't think she would be able to get by as easily, and definitely wouldn't be living a more comfortable home life, that's for dang sure. And Yukichi honestly surprised me how smart they are. They are an insanely hard worker, because he cleans, he makes her delicious looking food, wakes her up out of bed, and it takes care of her when she overdrinks and, well, gets drunk. Literally the perfect housekeeper, I think that's the word for it. Also gets a little irritated when she's like, oh, hey, I'm gonna be staying late, because she called him at one point, and he called her back, and, well, I was thinking that he's actually gonna say something. He made a noise, and she was like, oh my god, he's pissed at me. So she went like Super Saiyan in a sense and got all her work done, barely, because she was going to have to stay overnight, and she got home and got to enjoy the delicious food. So it's definitely really funny seeing their relationship together. He does give her a little bit of shit, like when she wanted to eat more food, and she's like, seconds, please. And then he's like, nah, you're not getting any more. And she was like, what, why? And then he brought out a scale, and she was like freaking out. She's like, no, don't bring out the scale. I don't want to see how much I weigh. And he just picked her up and was like, yeah, you're getting on the scale regardless. Which I will say looks pretty easy for him, considering he is freakishly tall. And I'm not just saying tall for a cat, which obviously cats aren't that large, but I don't really know exactly how tall she is. Maybe she's like around 5'2", 5 foot, 5'4", 5'5", whatever. And he towers over her by quite a bit. So he, I think, at least looks 6 foot, 6'4" or something like that. He is gigantic. And I'm not just saying by cat standards. By human standards as well, he looks pretty tall, at least to me. But yeah, visually, it looks absolutely god tier. GoHands is really going all out with it. And the camera angles, again. Story, absolutely hilarious. I love the characters. I love the character design. I think it's absolutely super polished. And I really hope GoHands can also keep up the quality of this. So GoHands, I want to say round of applause to you for making 2 of the best looking anime of the season. I don't really know what else they are working on. Maybe they are doing other anime this season, but I just know they're making The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses and this anime. So the Masterful cat is depressed again today, which honestly, I don't really understand the title. I mean, at least for episode 1, he didn't seem depresso espresso. Maybe we find out in episode 2 or later that he's not really happy or something like that. He seemed to be in a good mood and, you know, pretty happy overall. A little bit irritated at his owner, but yeah, absolutely blew my expectations out of the water. Easily my favorite anime of the season so far. So that's going to be it for the video, everyone. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, if you would not mind leaving a like and consider subscribing, I would really appreciate that. I hope you all have a fantastic day, night, evening, morning, whatever the hell time it is for you. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.